Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So Meghan Markle is looking at a potential lawsuit. Apparently a fan has suffered burns after using her salt bath recipe, and to the tune of $10 million, this person is looking whether to sue her. Now, it's not coming out that she's officially being sued, but this is certainly gaining traction and it's in the media. So we're going to discuss a little bit more about this and my thoughts on that. And also the fact that people have asked me in regards to Harry, the potential reconciliation and my thoughts on that and why I believe it's never going to happen. And yeah, and anything else that comes to mind. So if you want to join me in this video, on this channel, then think about subscribing and also hit that like button because it does help the algorithm and tell YouTube that I'm a channel worth keeping. My name is Ems, I'm a qualified UK therapist where I use my 20 years experience working in the field as a psychotherapist, giving you tips and tools that I've learned along the way in working with other people. But also I've been in this field a long time. So I've learned body language, behaviour, not just what's being said, but reading between the lines of what's not being said. And I use that analysing celebrity behaviour, some tools to hopefully help you navigate what might be going on for you in your life. So if you're still here, then thank you, and grab your cuppa, sit back, relax, while we get into this video. So British weather. I'm in a hoodie. It's gone cold again. I can't keep up with it. 1 minute it's cold, then it's hot, then it's cold, then it's hot. It's a bit like having the menopause, really. So I'm in a hoodie and I feel quite snug. So anyway, so yes, Meghan being sued potentially because it's not come out as an official like she's actually being sued. So I guess it's being banded around. So I'm assuming this person has gone to the media, and it's a person that's a fan of hers allegedly. I guess not a fan so much now. And so yes, apparently she tried the bath salt recipe that Meghan put on her As Ever show, and there was a lot of feedback on that as well, because a lot of people have said that she wasn't adding in as a carrier oil, something along those lines. And it was, and actually there was a lot of things coming out around that time where people were sort of saying, please don't try this recipe because you could suffer burns from this. Well, it seems that this particular person has seen that, tried the recipe, and has suffered burns as a result, allegedly. My thoughts are, obviously, most of you know I do not like Meghan. If you didn't know that, then I guess that's a shock. When I try to do these videos, I do try to look at it from all sides. A lot of it is very difficult, given the way they come at things. It's very difficult to look at it from a balanced perspective. But I have two rules of thumb here. So one, I do feel that Meghan was incredibly negligent when she put that recipe out. I don't understand why she did not research this thoroughly. I also do not understand why Netflix didn't do their due diligence in saying, well, hang on a minute, you can't really put that out there because actually this is not okay. Surely anything that is put out on that kind of forum, you would think that you would have researched a little bit. Now, I actually do understand why Meghan didn't, because as I've said before, I believe that she's a narcissistic personality type and she believes that whatever she says and does is correct and everyone else is wrong. But I think this shows you a bit like her As Ever brand. It's like she has, I mean, she's not going to take any accountability for this, I'm sure. And I don't know how this works in regards to, and I'm not sure whether this happened in the States. I think it was the States it's happened. What the recourse is for that, because does it come down to your own responsibility? I don't know. But aside from that, so when she's putting out products that are not available, and we all pretty much know that, I think that she had a handful of products and she pretty much gave some of them away to the people that she's trying to groom, like Kris Jenner, Jamie Kerr, Lima, and anyone else that she's tried to groom along the way. And I think there was a few products that were there for people that she knows to go in and buy, and anyone else there was probably a few extra that people managed to get their hands on. So there's probably maybe say about 10 products of each item. Now, interestingly, the honey wasn't available. So when people tried to click on and get the honey, it was taking their money, but actually then it was sold out. So she was forced to make an apology. Now, my opinion is that honey was probably never available, and it probably was a glitch on the system that it should have just come out as sold out, but it didn't. It took their money. But who creates the opening of their brand when when I look at a lot of, say, influencers, because that's what she is really now. She's I guess she's classed as a celebrity influencer, if you like. Not that I think she should influence anyone, but that's what I class her as. That people spend years before kind of opening and saying, I've got this product. There's a lady that I'm following on TikTok, actually, and she's got autism. She's been diagnosed with autism, and she's created a onesie which has a back opening. Like she said, that she's somebody that loves wearing onesies or bodysuits, and it used to frustrate her that when she wanted to go to the toilet, she had to take the whole thing off. So she's created this, it's called the moon suit. So she's created this like a bodysuit, like pajamas or whatever, but it's got like a zip at the back, which is it's hidden, so you can't really see it. But then you can, when you go to the toilet, you just unzip the back and go. I love that concept, but she said it's taken her years. A lot of them are sold out, but I think she's still got the cream one. And the reason why I really do believe in this is because she's not come on with all these range of different products. She's literally got three items, 3 colours: a black one, a cream one, and a patterned one. The patterned one is sold out. I think the black one's sold out. It's the only cream one's left available. And I've actually bought one. So I've actually bought the cream one because I love this idea, and I love about it being cozy, especially in the winter. So it's very breathable, really soft, lovely fabric. Now, I haven't been sent one. This is not a promo, but this is just me supporting a little business because I believe in this. But you have Meghan, who has lied consistently. Like, she lied about the change of name. She's lied about the way that she's done this. So I think when you have a person that's dishonest from the get-go, that does not instill confidence in buying that person's product. Like, if I was following, say, this other lady and I saw that she had been dishonest, I wouldn't touch her product. Now, being dishonest is something I do struggle with, in the sense of, if somebody's dishonest, I don't like that, because if you're feeling the need to be dishonest, it's like, for me, if I'm coming on and promoting something, I'm not going to lie. If I don't like a product, I'm going to tell you I don't like it. If I'm going to come on and promote a makeup product, whether it's something I've bought or something I've been sent, if I don't like it, I'm not going to promote it. And I will tell the company that. Now, I always look into, like, I get contacted by so many companies, and I look into that company and I don't like what they stand for. So no matter how much money they ask, they say they want to give me for promoting a product, I will say no. But I understand why people do. Times are hard. People want money. But I am somebody that strives to be a person that has integrity. And if you are here, then you know that anything that I'm talking about, I'm going to be as honest as possible. And this is not what you get with somebody like Meghan. Now, her fan base, for some reason, seem to believe no matter what is said or what is shown about her, they just refuse to believe it. I don't know whether that's because they just have blinkers on, or it is something going on for them that they're literally aligning with her because of, I don't know, they resonate with her somehow. And so, yeah. So, of course, now she's got this where she's now potentially going to be sued by somebody who's tried this salt bath recipe. And when you're somebody that's an influencer, or you're somebody that's like myself, that's got a biggish profile on the internet, and you're showcasing something, it is negligent and naive to think that there are not some people that take what you say as the truth or believe you. I've certainly gone against that when it comes to people that have said negative things about me. And I think, again, when you're not showing evidence of anything, you're literally believing somebody's word. And this is part of the issue. You have a responsibility. I have a responsibility. If you're putting something on your skin, as in these bath salts, and you're not researching that yourself, then that is also on you as well. I get that you're going to follow something, and that is negligent of Meghan to do this. And I'm not giving her any credit here, because she should have known better. You know, if you're showcasing something, it's a bit like when you're making her preserves or whatever it is that she's got. You want to make sure that what you're putting in those things are legitimate. So to me, if you're a fan of hers and you've ignored the way that she is, the fact that she's lied, then as much as it's awful obviously having that happen to you, but in a way you've only then got yourself, you can only be accountable to yourself. If you're ignoring what's right in front of you, of the person is dishonest, the person's clearly cut corners. I mean, come on, they take 95% of donations put to Merchywell. So this tells you this person is really just in it for the money. She's not in it for really wanting to give a really good product to her fan base. So if you're then going to try something of hers and believe it to be legitimate, well, then more for you, in my opinion. So, but did we see this coming? Yeah, potentially, because of the fact that she put this out there publicly. I don't know why Netflix gave the okay for this without looking into it, because that's a bit silly. But yeah. And speaking of Netflix, so I put it up on my Instagram, but and also on my Facebook page now. I know some of you are not over on those two things, but I will say, so this is another thing that Netflix is shading Meghan. Now, we've all seen, I showed the video before where Netflix had a big kind of, they have a yearly get together with all the Netflix big wigs, and they invite celebrities, etc. So they had one, I think in the beginning of 2025, or it was towards the end of 2024, I can't remember. And they were showcasing all the big things that were coming in 2025. Meghan's show with Love Meghan, or Meghan, what is it? Meghan with whatever, was not featured at all. And in fact, what they did was they completely just fangirled over Victoria Beckham. They were gushing about because Victoria Beckham has got a show coming out this year on Netflix, and they were fangirling about this, and it was like, how amazing. And they even made some jokes and references to Harry and Meghan, and the people in the audience, bearing in mind these are Netflix bigwigs, were joking and laughing. So there was that at first, and so now this. So Netflix have opened a diner in Las Vegas. It is called the Netflix Diner, and it is basically got foods and drinks that's all from the shows and movies on Netflix that are well loved. Now, this, you'd think, would this be a perfect opportunity to showcase Meghan's preserves, her flour sprinkles on an omelette? Ooh, like as if anyone's going to eat that. But they could have done. They could have called it whatever. But nothing. Nothing. Not even so much as a mention, not a flour sprinkle in sight of this menu. And I put the menu up here so you can see. But not only that, it opened recently. And who has been in Vegas recently? But Harry. So again, would this not have been an opportunity for them to have Harry open the Las Vegas diner? But they didn't. So I wonder if this was why maybe Harry was over there, because maybe he thought that this would happen. I don't know. But yeah, he's not even mentioned, not even over there. So they boycotted him even opening the diner. And I think that speaks volumes. If this doesn't tell you that when their contract is up, the only reason I think it could be renewed is if there's something to do with the divorce. But I don't even think that that's going to happen personally. I think that they are out because I don't see them paying them to any money or her any more money, given what they've literally got back from them with the money that they've paid them. I mean, let's be honest, they've had a Netflix series which has been slating the royal family, which was absolutely appalling. That's the only thing that could be deemed as successful in the eyes of views, but not in ratings. So then we've had Harry's Polo. That didn't even get in anywhere. Wasn't even in the top 10. Then we have Pearl, which was shut down. Not even, people were not interested in that. And I think there was even this where she had, is it copied that from somebody else? So that was kind of going on in the background. Then we had is it something where they were showcasing something and they put their name to it, and again that went nowhere, didn't even get in the top 10. What else have we had? Invictus, again, nothing, no one's interested, and which is a real shame given the subject matter, but this is why I've said before that Harry hurts Invictus. He doesn't do it any favors. I truly believe if they want Invictus to go places, they need to get rid of him. And then we have this cooking show. And of course, to her and their fan base, it's been renewed for a second season, even though it hasn't. There was always going to be 16 episodes. They've already been filmed, regardless of the outcome. But the reviews have been appalling. And not only that, it did not get, even though it got views, because obviously there are people that were watching it to review it, it got nowhere near the amount of reviews that they expected it to get, the views that Netflix expected it to get. And in comparison to other things, it was on the scale of very, 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 very poor. So, and I imagine that the second series is going to probably do worse because people have already seen the first one and they're not even going to want to tune into the second version and see any more of whatever she's got to put out there. So, and also the fact that there had to be rewrites because she was so busy talking about herself that apparently Netflix had to then add in voiceovers of her asking and having information about her guests, like the stuff with Daniel and Daniel's mother. That was interjected afterwards because she spent the whole time talking about herself and wasn't even asking anything about her guests. So yeah, that to me speaks volumes on kind of the way that she's depicted. And if you look at anything where she's concerned, there's no longevity. Also, a lady did ask me to talk about Canada, to talk about the recent royal visit to Canada. So I will be doing that, but I will be doing that in next week's video because I've just dropped this in because I'd pre-recorded the first one before I'd even decided to do that. But as I've just come on and spoken about this, I don't want this lady to think I've forgotten. I haven't, and I will mention that in my next video. So yeah, just to give you a little bit of a glimpse into what happened in Canada. So that's it. Now back to the video. I just want to quickly mention the photograph again of the kid because I also want to mention the photograph of the kid because when I was recording the video that went up on Tuesday, I had said initially that there was nothing. And of course, as I was editing, which is why it went up at the end, and it was on my thumbnail actually, but the photograph went out on her Instagram. So I'm just going to say that again, I think that was completely a photoshopped picture. Now, obviously, it's been looked into. This was obviously a place that she supposedly, her and Harry went on holiday. Now, there's been a lot of mixed information about this. Some people said that this was a year ago. Some people said this was recently. Now, look at the height of the boy, because I'm not even going to call him by his name, because to me, this could be anybody. Now, there's been obviously some rumours that people have said that that photograph was taken from a film. I can't find what film and I can't see it. Some people have said it was from a Lana Del Rey music video. Again, can't find it. Not to say that it's not true, but I'm not able to find it. So if anyone knows, please drop it in the comments because I can't seem to find it anywhere. If you look at the size of the boy, he really does look a little bit taller. And so if you look at that in comparison of all of the sort of photographs that she's been putting out recently, this tells me that she's been looking at social media to see that people have been commenting that the child isn't growing. So she's put this up. So if this was taken, say, a year ago, allegedly, then who is the boy in the picture where he's not so tall? So yeah, so this tells me that either this is supposed to be a recent one, but again, this is her saying that we've gone to Mexico and we've just had this amazing holiday, because apparently this is a resort that's is it Ben Goldsmith who is the one that's spoken out about Harry. So there's a connection there straight away. So if you look at that, then what that tells you is that she's using a child to promote, in a sense, a resort that's attached to the guy's family, that the guy has spoken out against Harry and said, you know, that he thinks his behaviour is disgusting. So is she trolling the Goldsmith family now, or trying to reel them back in by saying, look, hey, we support you? But also, this place is supposed to be under renovations at the moment, so this couldn't have been a recent thing. So then it goes back to, so then was this last year? In which case then, how is the boy bigger now than what he was before? And how is it that apparently then Harry can travel to a country that's got a warning, a travel warning against it with his family, but then he can't come to the UK? So I think, so firstly, I don't think this happened at all, because again, where are the photographs? You're telling me, so you've travelled, bearing in mind Backgrid's called for absolutely everything. So you're telling me that there's not one single photograph of you, even if it was not with, say, children, there's not one single photograph of you and Harry together. So I think multiple things are going on here. Is one, I think she's putting it out to create that going against kind of the fact that she supports the Goldsmith family, regardless of what Ben has said. Secondly, she's also creating this illusion that her and Harry and the children are this wonderful, happy family that holiday together, because how many times have we been putting out and seeing posts and the fact that these children never go on holiday, they're never seen anywhere. So I think that she's intentionally put that out there to say, we do go on holiday, we are a happy family. But also it's interesting to me how this has been put out just after Harry doing this talk about the UK. Now this is actually going to go against Harry. So why, if your wife loves you as she proclaims to do, why would you then put out a photograph of you allegedly at a Mexican resort that's had a travel warning when you've just been saying that you need security to come to the UK because you need to be protected? So I think that she's also trolling Harry. And I think that she's using her Instagram to do that. And I have said this before, and I've said that when she got on her Instagram, this is what she's going to be doing, because I have said a million times, well, not a million, but that her and Harry are not together romantically. I think they are literally in this kind of just business relationship now. And because this is not something that is going to go in Harry's favour. So I can't see him going, yeah, put that up. It just doesn't make sense. So I don't believe that they went there in the first place. I think this was to do with Ben Goldsmith. And I also think it's her trolling Harry, using the alleged child that we're being told is Archie to do it. And I think that what we're really seeing is just Meghan out of control. I really do. I think that her narcissism is just escalating, because she's not getting any comeback. She's not getting any consequences for, and this is what will happen with narcissists. If you allow them to, they will kind of implode. And I think we have some psychopathy with Meghan as well, that she's really looking more and more unhinged as things develop. And the main reason for that, in my opinion, is because she's not got the goal that she set out to achieve, and she's not succeeding in any way. And yeah, so this will bother her. I know that people say that negative attention is what she craves. She doesn't. Her image is absolutely everything, which is why she claps back. You know, whenever something comes out that's negative, she claps back because she needs to rectify the narrative of what is being told about her. If she didn't care, she would just let it run and run and run. But she doesn't. She needs to come back at something and she needs to correct it. Harry's the same. Harry's the same. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you do not wish to miss future uploads. Oh, that was a mouthful. Go to the end of this video if you want to also subscribe to Bite Size Tea. So now this channel is getting up and running. I'm now going to be looking into doing other things other than Harry and Meghan. So I will be doing some things over there, like little short videos. I might definitely do some of the behavior videos over there, but I really do want to use that channel to also focus on other things that are going on in social media and on the mainstream media, looking at body language and behavior. So if this is for you, if you are sick and tired of Harry and Meghan and you want to just look at other things, then go across and please support that channel so I can get that one growing, which then when this one keeps being hit, which it does, because it was hit again yesterday with a copyright strike over the video that I put up. And so I had to take it down. So for those of you who got confused about what was going on, I had to take that video down and re-upload it with the voices taken out of the Tom Bower video. If you do want to see the video, I have uploaded it to TikTok and to my Instagram, so you can, because over there they're not so precious, but YouTube is apparently. So yeah, so please go across and support Bite Size Tea. I've got 90,000 of you on here. I'm not saying that 90,000 of you need to watch my videos, but just some of you, please go across and support, because it really does help. When this channel gets hit and my views drop again, which they always seem to do, then at least I've then got that one running as well, and so it will help with what I'm also trying to do with doing my free therapy program. So yeah, so please go across and support that channel too. Thank you so much for all of your support in everything that you do here. Thank you for becoming a member. Thank you for just watching and listening and sharing, commenting even. I really do appreciate everything that all of you do to show some level of support to what I do here. I love interacting with you. I love absolutely everything there is about running this channel. You have become like a family to me, and you mean so much to me, which is why I've said that when I do get to the 100,000 subscriber mark, which I know I'm going to get to this year, I have faith, I will be doing a really good giveaway to say thank you to all of you. But don't forget also, you have the member question and the subscriber question. So please, if you want to get in on that, where you will get a little thank you as an Amazon gift card, or if you don't have Amazon, then I will send you something to your PayPal as a little thank you for supporting me. So if you want your question to go up, please email me, putting in the reference bar question. And if you're chosen, I will read your question out at the end of the month, and I will also email you back and give you your gift. So again, as a reminder, please don't forget to like before you leave this video, and subscribe if you don't want to miss future uploads. That being said, I hope you have a wonderful weekend, whatever you are doing. And as always, I love you, I appreciate you, but most of all, I respect you. Take care. Bye-bye.